Hi, it's very nice to meet you, Heaven. Come take a seat. Sure thing, it's really nice to meet you today. Of course it is. So I'm gonna get straight to the point. So there's like 4 months that you weren't working. Why is that? As you can see on my resume, that is the only span of time that I have not worked since I was 16, and I've had 2 jobs since I was 16 years old, as well as going to college. The only time in that time that I wasn't working is because my grandma passed away and I really wanted to focus on my family and schoolwork. That kind of seems like a sorry excuse, and I'm not really buying that, but here, I'm going to talk to you very seriously right now, okay? See, I really need you to be serious about this job, okay? If you even get it to begin with, let's face that. Okay. See, there is no grocery store here within the next 30 miles, so we are the only place that people really shop for groceries, which means that we take a huge priority in our customers, okay? There's literally a grocery store across the street, and Walmart's 15 minutes away. Okay, you don't have to get smart with me. I'm just stating a fact, okay? As I was saying, the customers are a huge priority to our establishment, as well as the cleanliness of our environment. So we're gonna need you to clean, we're gonna need you to stock, we're gonna need you to do the register, and we're gonna need you to do top tier customer service, okay? Can you do that? Can you do that? I don't know if you can. Yes, ma'am, I can assure you that I can. I think you're lying, so you can go ahead and go now. Thank you for the interview. Do you have any more questions for me? Like I said, I've had 2 jobs since I was 16, as well as going to high school and college, so I'm very great with multitasking as well as superior customer service. With most of those jobs, I ensure the sanitation and cleanliness of every environment that I have worked in, as well as the safety and security and happiness of every customer that I've dealt with. I don't think you realize the competitiveness of this job to be a cashier at this dollar store, okay? First of all, I really don't like you using those fancy words and stuff like that because, you know, I know that you're in college and stuff like that, but I don't like that, okay? That really means that tells me that you don't take this company very seriously. You don't take this store very, very seriously, okay? Second of all, my expectations are up here. You see me? Up here, okay? Okay. Okay, like you're gonna get paid a whole $7.25 an hour, okay? That is great. I have 8 more interviews to do today, so you know, you can go ahead and let yourself out and I'll call you if you get the job, okay? Okay, well, you know, you have a great day.
Hey, Heaven.
Oh, hello.
Well, you've been my assistant for the past year, so I'm going to go ahead and do this evaluation with you real quick, okay? Okay, awesome. I can't wait because I would love to know what I need improvement on, and I would love to know what I'm good at, so I can just keep being consistent for you. Wow, I really love to hear that. Anyway, so you have almost everything pretty much perfect. The biggest issue is just your leadership skills. I'm sorry, did you just say leadership skills? Yes, you definitely need improvement on that. So, is there any questions about that? Yes, actually, I do have a question about that. I'm not entirely sure what you define leadership skills, considering that I am your assistant and then you don't really have other, like, workers underneath or anything. I'm not sure how that would make any leadership skills other than putting myself into more areas and doing more work, which I have been. You stated that I have. I sure did. You definitely do go above and beyond your work. You always like try to be a perfectionist. You always try to, you know, outdo yourself every single day. Like, I really love that. Yes, thank you. So can you please identify any leadership skills, because I'm not entirely sure I had any roles that I could step forward to show myself as a leader in any way. Let me think. You gotta make me think, huh? Yeah, like I said, I'm just curious, especially since this reflects on my raise. Right. Oh, here's one. So you know how there's that garage full of stuff and I've been dying to have a garage sale for it? Yeah, you haven't even started doing that at all. Like, you haven't done pricing, you haven't done any of that. Yeah, remember we had that conversation how you desperately did not want me to touch anything in that garage at all, like only organize it, and I definitely did, and you said that you wanted me to wait for you to do a garage sale because you wanted to set the prices and you wanted to make sure that you were talking to every person and you just wanted me to help out with the money, and that was it, even though I said that I could do it all by myself. Yes, I don't want you doing it alone. I don't want you to set any prices. I don't want you to talk to anybody. I don't want you to set up a date. I don't want you to do any of that. That's on me. I'm gonna do that. Right, so how can I be a leadership in that area when you don't want me to touch that area at all? Okay, well, you know, just stuff like that, you know? I just want you to be a leader in some areas. Are there any other examples? Right. Oh, you know how we get a brand new house and it's just a hot mess because there was like a hoarder in there? How come you just don't start cleaning those like right away? Well, I do when I have the chance to. You don't give me the key and you say you'll give me the key and then you don't until like 2 weeks later, and then I start doing it. And I do go above and beyond. Like, I think that is in that section of going above and beyond, not really being a leader. Yeah, well, that's true too. You see what I mean? I think that's like a weird criteria to put as your assistant to show any leadership skills. When you're my only boss, this is a very small company. There's not really any other worker or any other assistant that's here other than me. So I don't understand. I mean, honestly, Kevin, I really don't understand why you can't see the definition of leadership. Like, you could just look it up, okay? Right, yeah, I definitely do know the definition of being a leader and leadership skills, and I definitely do want you to tell me any examples on how I can improve, so that way I could just be the perfect assistant for you. But as I stated before, I am the only assistant. You are my boss. There's really not any other workers for me to show leadership in, and I just think that's a weird criteria considering, and I definitely don't want this to reflect on my yearly raise. Okay, Kevin, well, if you don't know what I mean by it, or if you don't know any examples in the top of your head, that's not my problem. It's really not my fault, and it definitely will reflect on your raise, okay? Yeah, so I'm going to put that as a 3 out of 5, considering, you know, you did perfect everything else. You got 5s on everything else, but except for this one, because this one is really important. So yeah, your raise is not going to be as high as you might want it to be, okay? Yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you. Is there anything else I can do for you? Yeah, can you grab me a snack and a tea real quick? And I'm probably gonna leave in a second anyway, okay? Thanks. Yes, ma'am, of course.
Today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be great. I'm just gonna clock in and we're gonna have a smooth day. Heaven, hi. Oh, hi, general manager. Oh my god, this is a surprise. I've seen you like once a month. I know, right? I'm sure you guys miss me so much. Sure. Let's go with that. Are you gonna be with us for the rest of the night? Oh my god, you are so funny. You're always funny, Evan. No, I'm not gonna be here all night. Oh my god. Figured. Okay, why are you here? Right, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you. So remember, not that long ago, I gave you that amazing 10-cent raise? Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut your hours as well, but you know, I have the best solution. I'm sure you're gonna love it. You're just gonna work in the afternoons as a food prep for like 2 hours. Wait, you're gonna cut my hours? Wait, 2 hours a day? Oh, I knew you would be so excited. Yeah, so apparently some of the cooks need, you know, the lazy cooks need some help. So I just thought that it would be wonderful, because you're just an amazing worker, for you to just food prep for 2 hours a day. Of course, it's not going to be like that all the time, maybe like 3 days a week. Of course, we're still going to need you on the weekends. So I feel like 2 hours is not enough to do anything. I mean, it's kind of weird for me to only be here for 2 hours, you know? It's just like a waste of time. All right, Heaven, I'll do you a solid. Do people still say that? Anyway, yeah, I'll do 3 hours instead of 2 hours. But the best part, I didn't even tell you the best part. Yeah, what's the best part? The best part is that you don't have to deal with any customers. You don't have to be in the back cooking. You don't have to be in the register. All you have to do is just prep your heart out. Oh, okay. I mean, that is one plus side, yeah. All right, here's the schedule for next week. It's not the main master schedule. It's just a rough sketch. But let me know what you think. I really think that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are like our busiest days. And I think that would be very beneficial for you to be those days, right? I mean, I guess. And I do have my regular shifts on the weekends, so that's good. Oh, I have a question, actually. Yeah, of course. So it says on the schedule that you're supposed to physically be here 60 hours a week, but I see you like maybe once a month. So is this correct? Yeah, I only make about $50,000 a year, so I don't get paid enough to be here, so I thought I'd only show up a few times a month. And I know that you make $7.35, but I mean, we're different. Okay, but by the way, let me know when we can hang out so, you know, I can use your discount at the mall, right? It's a little odd since you're in your 30s and I'm in high school. So funny. All right, bye. Have a great day.
Let's see what she says it's true and I don't have to deal with customers.